are going to start today virtual classes. Dear students, today's topic is Unit 15, the news. Let me explain the word news. As you know, the word news is a very big term. It covers all the information, whatever we get from the different sources of information, like Facebook, Google, radio, television, etc. In brief, the news means information. Let me explain different sources of news. You are well familiar and you know very well that there are many sources of news. Some are electronic medias and some are paper medias. That's why from different sources of information we get news every day, which is a big source of information to know about global exchanges and surroundings. That's why you have to keep in mind that there are various means of news and you can have access to the news with the means of common communication such as radio, television, Facebook, Google, and all paper medias, whether they are daily newspapers, weekly newspapers, monthly newspapers, etc. That's why I'm going to teach you importance of news. There is a big importance of news that can make us well familiar with the global activities to different inter-social activities. That's why all the students have to keep themselves updated with the current news. Thank you. Dear students, I'm going to carry you towards exercise 15.2 headline news. There are various headlines in your textbook. Some of them are carried here as topics. Number A is airport collision, 20 killed. Number B, peace talks breakdown. And number C is a child was kidnapped. These are the headline news. And you can find out many other headline news from your locality or surroundings. But our course tells us that after selection of the headline news, you have to develop it into paragraph. Dear students, after taking the help of the text material here, you have to listen the text material very carefully and you have to try yourself to develop any one of the topics as ABC given here. I have already taken it from your text and you have to listen me and watch the text very carefully and try yourself to develop other topics taking the help of this text material. For example, I'm going to read out the text and you have to listen and write whatever you get whatever you listen from your teachers. For example, first topic, airport collision, 20 killed. There has been a serious accident at the Tribhuvan International Airport in which at least 6 people have lost their lives. It has been learned that the occurred early this morning when an oil tanker, in an attempt to get away from the runway of a plane that was preparing to take off, rammed into passenger van. The collision killed 20 people on the spot and injured many others. A rescue operation has been going on. Thank you. Listeners, after listening this text material, you should not get confused. What was the cause of airport collision? It has been already told that a plane, here is the condition given, there has been a serious accident at the Tribhuvan International Airport in which at least 6 people have lost their lives. It has been learned that occurred early this morning when oil tanker, here is given, oil tanker in an attempt to get away from the runway of a plane. These are the reasons. Similarly, you all have to read it 1 time, 2 times, and 3 times. After understanding the text, you have to focus your writing on topic 2nd and 3rd. And if you get confused, you have to reread it and try your best to solve the text. Okay? Exercise 15.3. Here saying, dear student, let me explain the word hearsay. The word hearsay means overcry or assumptions. Suppose you are not sure about anything. It is only your assumption that is based on your hearsay. That's why you have to do some exercises being based on hearsay. Hear and say. 2 different words, hear and say. It is under the grammatical text or grammar exercise. So far as examination is concerned, this text is asked as a grammatical portion with 5 marks. And you have to listen me very attentively so that you can change the given text comfortably, easily, without any help. Dear students, I am going to teach you the use of supposed to. Use of supposed to. Supposed to means assumption. Presentation. I'll give you a kind presentation so that your learning will be very easy. You should not get confused anywhere. whatever and whenever you solve the text. That's why, first of all, let me explain one example for your proper understanding. Dear student, watch here and listen carefully. Example, they say he is terribly stingy. He is terribly stingy. There are two parts in the statement. Dear students, you should not get confused while doing these exercises. The statement here, clear meaning here. There is a speaker. The speaker means they. They say about he. You have to convert. He is terribly stingy into supposed to form. I mean that considering this part, you have to explain or you have to use supposed to in this statement. Not this statement, but this statement. For example, its subject is he. Then auxiliary verb is. Then our focus goes to the clue or the phrase supposed to. He is supposed to. Here is adverb, then we have to use here be. He is supposed to be terribly. Stingy. Okay? Any confusion? You should not give any confusion. Let me explain again the statement. He is terribly stingy. Has adverb form. That's why after supposed to we have used be here. That's why the correct answer is he is supposed to be terribly stingy, nothing to be changed. But you have to bear in mind that which statement to be converted into the supposed to form. The whole question has two parts, first part and second part. That's why you have to study the condition and convert it into the supposed to form. Okay? Keep in mind, my dear students of grade 12, you are listening me carefully and you have to jump perfectly to the use of supposed to. My question is that how to use supposed to once you have studied and you have listened the example and its model. Though you are not well familiar with the example, I will directly carry you towards the structure of the supposed to form. Let me write, and if you have pen and pencil, you can also write and go with me. Use this structure for your better reminiscence, for your correct use I'm going to tell you about the structure. Please start. Subject plus EMR plus supposed to plus dot dot dot. Dot 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 means there are three conditions. You have to listen and watch me carefully. Condition 1 is noun, comma, adjective and adverb equal to B. Number 2 condition is main verb equal to B1. And number 3rd condition is past form equal to have plus V3. It is okay. If you are still in confusion, let me explain once more, and you have to check your writing. Either that is correct or incorrect. Please listen again. Subject, EMR, supposed to, plus. 3 conditions are mentioned here. I hope you must have written these all conditions or must have listened. Condition 1 is if the sentence has noun form, adjective form or adverb form, we have to add be after supposed to. Okay? It's clear? Good. Similarly, in the condition 2, if there is only main verb in the statement, at that case, you have to use only verb form. It is B1. Okay? But good. Let me explain the last condition of the supposed to, that is past form. If the statement is told in the past, neither you use B form nor B1 form, then you have to use have plus V3 exactly. Are you sure? It's clear? Very good. I hope you will have good registration on your mind of the given conditions, and I will carry you towards the example. Please write down or listen the example. Some examples. John says, he is a teacher. Dear friend, are you listening me? Good. Our question, our example is that John says he is a teacher. There are 2 parts. First part is John says, And second part is the statement. He's a teacher. You have to convert. Second part. He's a teacher. Using the given structure or above structure. Can you tell us what is the subject here? The subject is he. And after subject, there is given three options. Is, am, are. Our selected subject, he takes is. That's why he plus is. He is. Then after we have to go to the clue or our phrase. Supposed to. He is supposed to. Then the question has a teacher as an object and it denotes to the noun. Are you sure? In the statement, he is a teacher or teacher is a noun here. This means that our first example is based on first condition, that is noun. That's why we have to use be form. He is supposed to be a teacher. Okay, have written very good. Then after, I will carry you to the model 2 where we have to use B1. For example, Max says, M-A-X, Max says, Leela helps me. In the given example, you have to consider what is the statement there and who is the speaker there. Max is the speaker here. Max says or Max tells about Leela. That's why you have to carry the subject here, Leela. This is our subject. Then after you have to think that which verb will be selected, will be apt for the statement. We have to take each. Leela is. Then after we have to use the given phrase, supposed to. Leela is supposed to. Then after, in the statements, man verb is given. Helps is man verb here. Leela helps me. Help man verb here. If the condition of man verb occurs in the question, then you have to use only B1. Leela is supposed to help me. Are you sure? In the past statement, there was noun form. That's why we used be after supposed to. But in this example, there is only man verb given, and in such a situation, we have to use only B1, first form of the verb. If you use B, that will be incorrect. Okay? Very good. It's clear. Then after I will carry you to the final example or last condition, that is our condition number 3. Please listen to me and write carefully. Our third condition is past form. If there is past form in the statement, how do you change it? You should not get confused. I will make it clear with the example here. They say, Suraj was fine. Are you sure? Have written? Very good. In the statement, Suraj was fine. What is the past form? Similarly, many other past forms are given to you. In that case, you have to use have plus V3 after supposed to. Please watch and write very carefully. Our subject is given Suraj. Suraj and Bob, you have to select from the structure. There are given 3 verbs, is, am, are. Which is apt here, you have to carry and put and use it here. Suraj is. Supposed to. Suraj is supposed to. It's clear. Then after what you write, it is in the past form, then you have to select have. Then after, what is the past form of is? Correct? That's why we have to use been here. Suraj is supposed to have been fine. Okay, in this way, after considering the 3 forms or 3 conditions of using supposed to, you can make your answer correct and you can speak easily using supposed to form. Thank you, my dear students of grade 12. Listen me. I'm going to set homework for you. If you are free at your home, you have to use your time with some free practice. Some questions. When I say he is a student. Number 2, Rita says Roshan helps me. Number 3, Rakesh says they were kind. Our teacher says face is not hard. My mother says we do our work. Thank you. Dear students, you have to practice at your home a lot. And if you feel any confusion, if there is any problem related to the use of supposed to, you have to write comment on our comment box, and I will certainly respond to you as soon as possible. Thank you. Before wrapping up my today class, I would like to say good luck all of you, and be careful of your future. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste.